what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Marty Mcfly figure. Now I already done like a video for the Ultimate Back to the Future Marty Mcfly figure, you know, based on the first one, and I think this was an awesome and stellar figure, you know. So yeah, this right here is going to be Part 2 that I'm going to be on. Now this one I actually did get to see in the theaters, like back in 1989 when it was actually in the theaters. Back to the Future Part 2, I went and saw this one, you know. Now I must admit, this is the one that actually kind of made me like kind of the science fiction fan that I am, that really threw me into the genre of like science fiction, you know. It was this film that kind of really started me on that route to being like really like hooked on like science fiction, because it's like my favorite genre, you know. But anyway, I'm going to get into this right now. So as you can see, this is the box art, which has a theatrical poster for Marty Mcfly and Doc on the cover of it next to the DeLorean, and the DeLorean is hovering. Now it also says Back to the Future 35th anniversary. And as you can see, Back to the Future 2 right there. On the side it says Ultimate Marty Mcfly, you know, even on the side too as well. And of course on the back you have an image of the figure and the other figures like in this line. And it says collect them all, you know. Now this also says that this is the story or synopsis of the film. Marty Mcfly and Doc Brown experience the adventure of a lifetime in an unlikely time machine as they time travel to the past, the present, and future, setting up a time-shattering chain reaction that disrupts the time-space continuum. Now it also says that it includes hoverboard and flight stand, soda bottle and case, and interchangeable head and hands. And it also shows other characters that are available in this line too, and ones that are on the way, you know. Now of course when you open it up, you see an image of Marty Mcfly right there too as well on the box, you know. And you set the figure inside too as well with the accessories. Now I got this from the NECA eBay store too, but I think these are available like in Target and so on right now, you know. But I got mine from like the NECA eBay store, so I ordered it online, you know. But anyway, I'm going to get into this. As you can see, there's a background diorama right there, which looks cool. So I take it out too as well to show it how it actually looks. I do use them for like when I'm taking like pics of the figure, you know. So as you can see, that's the actual diorama, which is cool. Perfect for some photography pics. Okay, as you can see, there's the NECA Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Marty Mcfly figure. Now I must admit I did have a trouble getting him to stand, so I put him on a stand, you know. But right now I can actually measure him. And he's right at about 7 inches. Like I said, I do like I have a little trouble getting him to stand, you know. Now he stands, I already know what it is. You actually got to get the feet or the leg, particularly in a certain angle, then it will stand, you know. But what I do first is just talk about the articulation and the likeness of Michael J. Fox. Now I know that the fans and other people have been complaining about the likeness on these figures, but I think this is a pretty solid figure, you know. I think it does have the likeness of Michael J. Fox pretty good, you know. I think NECA did a good job. Like I said, from my opinion, you would know that this is Michael J. Fox. I like how they did like the jacket too as well. I think that looks cool. You can even see the texturing on it. It's not just painted like red. You can see all like that, them whole like looking things, you know. I think that's kind of cool. I like how he has like these, like the pockets, how they were hanging out. I think that's kind of cool. Even the shirt. Like I said, the detail in this is just awesome. Like the wrinkles in the shirt and stuff, like the sculpting of it. Even like in the pants and so on. I think all that is awesome, you know. And of course these aren't the Nike shoes, but it still looks cool, you know. And of course they don't cut on at the lap, but it still looks like cool though. Cause they don't have the likeness right, from what I hear, you know. Now Marty's arm is gonna raise up, so he does have that kind of, you know, articulation. I noticed this arm bend. He does have a good bend right here in this arm, even this one too, you know. Compared to like the first one, he does have good articulation right there. He really does bend, you know. Leg can lift up. He also has a bend right there too in the knee. There's a split. And he kind of has an air crunch, but not too much, you know. So I think the articulation on this one apparently is better than it is on the first one, you know. Like I said, you can get him to stand, you just gotta get that footing right, you know. Get it like kind of loose, you know, and that would stand, you know. But I think this is a pretty awesome figure, solid. Now I must admit, this is kind of the version of Marty Mcfly that I would prefer, because like I said, it was this film that kind of blew me into like the science fiction genre, you know. That's when I got obsessed with like the future, like science fiction and so on. As well as one of the films that did that to me, you know. What I want to do is talk about the actual accessories that come with the Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Marty Mcfly figure. This right here, of course, is the coolest accessory, for my opinion, of this figure, which is his hoverboard. I always thought this was so awesome, like in the film, you know. I like how NECA even put their name on it. It doesn't say like a Mattel, you know, or anything. It just says like NECA, like two NECAs, then it got hoverboard. Now I noticed this right here can also turn too as well. Like this right here can turn, because you can actually take this out, you know. And as you can see, they have the bottom of it too as well. Now with the hoverboard, this has features that actually make it like it's hovering. Like if you look closer at this right here, it actually just pops right on out. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, as you can see, that's how it look when you take it off. I actually kind of, I think, broke that too. That can be glued back on, you know. But this right is the actual how it would look when that's actually off. That piece is off. As you can see. And this here is the actual other peg that you will use for the hoverboard, because this right is the actual part that will actually stick in this, and you can actually put Marty on this. So what you do is take this and put it in here. I'm trying to be careful with it, I don't want to break it. And see, as you can see, you can have Marty like have him like on it, like standing on it. So I'm gonna see if I can try it right now. So yeah, as you can see, he does like stand on it, you know. See, so I think that's kind of cool. Now also on the back of the hoverboard, if you look on the back of it, this back part here, this actually comes off. You can actually take it off. Then what you can do is take this piece right here, and you set these four like slots, holes. You gotta take this like this four peg thing right here and stick it inside. So let's see if I can do it. It looks like it went in. It doesn't seem like it's on there stable though, but it's actually on there though. Then what you would do is it give you like this like stand too, like this actual like stand for the hoverboard. So then what you would do is just take this and stick inside this hole right here. Let's see if I can do it. I'm trying to be careful. You see, there's the actual hoverboard. Now one thing that's cool about this is you actually, because the way it's actually on here, you can kind of turn it, you know. I don't want to bother too much, because then you'll see it comes off, you know. But it can like even lift up like that and so on. I must admit I had a lot of trouble actually getting him to stand on the hoverboard, like the peg itself, because the way it is, you know, you can't really like position it just right. You can have both feet on the hoverboard, and you got to have them like in this position. You know, you can't have like one foot hanging off, because it will like hit the balance where the weight of the figure will make the hoverboard fall over, you know. But I guess if anything, if you did want to display him like this, just don't put his foot like in the peg, you know, just like leave it out, and he does. Like you can't actually display it like this. That's what I'm doing right now, because see, as you can see, he will actually like fall off, you know. So you can't. I wouldn't really suggest putting his foot on the peg, because he will like fall off, you know. Now what I want to talk about is the other accessories that come to your Ultimate Marty Mcfly from Back to the Future Part 2. This here is his other hand that he has, which is like a alternate right hand, and you can tell that this is the actual gripping hand. I do notice that you can put, I think, like you'll be able to even put the whole board in this, I think. Let me see if I can. I'm sure you can grip it. Yeah, as you can see, you can actually put the it's kind of tight, you know, but you can't like hold it, you know. So as you can see, I changed out Marty's hand, and now he can kind of grip the whole board. Now actually I got it pressed against like his pants, where it stayed, which kind of holds it up, you know. I think it would still fall, you know, because the grip ain't really too like good, you know, but it's like decent. And then up next, Marty has a alternate head, as you can see. And I think the likeness to Michael J. Fox is, I think it's pretty good. I know a lot of the fans and stuff, like I said, are complaining about it. They don't think it really looked too good. I think it's decent though. Here's Marty with the alternate head on. Now I'm not sure how I would actually display this, you know. I don't know if I have them like this or with the head with the hat on, you know. Not too sure. Last accessory that comes with the Marty Mcfly figure, Back to the Future Part 2, is he actually has like this soda, as you can see. I think this is awesome. The Pepsi Perfect, I think. You can even see like the name on there too as well if you look closely. That is cool. It even looks like a soda in here too as well. I think that's awesome. Plus it also has this thing right here too that the soda came up in, which I think is pretty cool, because then you could just take it and just stick it in there like that. So you can actually keep it in here. I think that's kind of awesome. But yeah, I think this is an awesome accessory to have, you know. It's cool. Now what I want to do is actually compare Ultimate Marty Mcfly from Back to the Future Part 2 with Ultimate Marty Mcfly from Back to the Future Part 1. So as you can see, they're like the same in height, you know. Now this one definitely, the first one stands very good, you know. It's like he stands very well, you know. But the second one has a little trouble standing, you know. But it does stand, though, as you can see. But I believe the articulation in Part 2 is actually much better than the first one. It's like more looser. You can like bend his arms and stuff lays much more better than the first one. But they're both some pretty awesome figures, you know. I would definitely like to see a Part 3 Marty Mcfly, you know. That would be kind of cool, you know. Alright. And I also have the actual DeLorean too right here as well, as you can see. It actually rolls around. I know a lot of people aren't too thrilled about this car either too, you know. Yeah. Okay, there's the NECA Back to the Future Part 2 Ultimate Marty Mcfly figure. I think this is an awesome figure, you know. Like I say, I think the articulation in the Ultimate Part 1 Marty Mcfly figure is like kind of like worse than this one. And I think the articulation in this one is actually better, but he doesn't stand too well. It's like I'm having trouble getting him to stand because the way they actually designed his feet, you know. But the other Marty Mcfly from Part 1 actually has a awesome like standing. That one stands pretty good, you know. So I actually do think they're kind of both kind of even. Like the first one has like better features than the second one has like better features than the first one. Then the first one has better features than this one, you know. But I think this is a pretty good figure. If anything, I did have trouble with like the whole board to a certain extent, even a piece of it kind of thing. I think I can glue it back on if it is kind of broke, you know. But it's okay, you know. But this is, like I say, the movie that kind of pulled me into like the science fiction genre, especially like the future like type stuff and all that kind of stuff, you know. And I did get to see this in the theater, like back in 1989. It was in the theaters, Back to the Future Part 2. I did wait to see this one, you know. But this was one of those movies that put me into the science fiction genre, you know, really got me hooked on it, you know, because it is like my favorite genre, you know. But anyway, I would definitely recommend picking this one up, you know. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.